Fellow SierraLeoneans, this na Dr. Sylvia Olayinka Blyden. And today, May 1st, 2024. Today, I can do another live broadcast to the nation. And when I say to the nation, I mean to say to everybody, whether you be APC or SLPP or what have you, that you are the talk to. What here they can talk today, I believe say very important. Now, if you remember last week Tuesday, 1 week ago, I promise you I say I get for can talk about state of emergency. I promise you I say also they talk about the tripartite committee first, then I go talk about state of emergency. So indeed, I talk about the tripartite. But when it comes on the state of emergency, I deliberately mean they postpone them for strategic reasons. I can talk and say they can't broadcast this night. Then I know they broadcast. They are going to say they broadcast tonight. They are not going to broadcast back. And because one, my spirit me tell me say make a broadcast on the anniversary of the day when they can at this me house or can kidnap me under state of emergency 4 years ago, to be precise. And this very rosy day, they can kidnap me. The police can kidnap me. Now, some people will say, oh, our police, they kidnap person. Well, we belong to a land where the rule of law should be followed. And policemen not get no right for come with premeditated intention for can arrest somebody. If he not go first, he go take an arrest warrant. Unless you meet up the person on the height of doing something wrong, then you arrest and they. But if you come on a police station or you come out in a CID, for can arrest somebody, you for go first in a court, you get an arrest warrant for convince a magistrate or a judge. Say that person there, you for arrest them. Then if they sign the warrant, for me you can arrest the person. But if you come out someone at the police station, foop, the person not commit no crime, you just get your intention, you carry bundle them, you carry and go. Not to arrest. Then a kidnap. Well, let me happen to me 4 years ago, this very same day, May 1st, 2020. The police in Canada, this my house. And can bundle me, then kidnap me. And carry me gonna CID. Abuse of authority. So I decide say, I go use the anniversary when 4 years ago. This is the 4th anniversary of that molestation, harassment, and abuse of authority under a proclaimed state of emergency. I go use the anniversary. Now I make a delay to today's date. Secondly, my people them. What here they can talk so today? If fearful. If fearful, bad. And I decide say, like the other people then chance. Let not be saying that me one grain like Sierra Leone. Where for can raise this alarm. This fearful alarm where they can raise so today. So I put the news out about the state of emergency where the president want for me then give powers for control kush. That's what he say for control kush. Because I know, say not to me one grain know the danger. The fearful thing where they happen right now, where they hide the power where they can bust and scatter everything this night. I decide say make I give other people them chance. Because we get people themselves where they are lawyers, they learn book, they understand the law, they know the implication of some of them things they are. But you can tell like say na me one green like me company SierraLeoneans then we can carry with them talk here, but bust the ball, raise the alarm, and tell people them. So I say that delay few days. Something one per then tweet a lawyer, or one per then so-called activist. Then self go say, look, can help for inform people them about this thing where Sylvia Olayinka Blyden don't begin for talk about. But me people them, now the 1 week this now. 1 week. Ah yeah. Nobody na Sierra Leone not able can talk to una. Waiting. And they can't tell una so this net. If fearful. And if I not talk them and raise the alarm one time, who knows? Who say we country the head. Now for that make I can't talk on this night. For explain to una. But before I reach that side, I want to tell una something will happen na Guinea, the country where they next door. And where they continue for happen right now, self na Guinea. Na Guinea, the president, he can work no more. He says, sack all in cabinet, sack all in minister, they not get minister again. I want they run the country. He can just wake. He make announcement. He say, all of them are minister, don't sack the all. I'm not get no more minister again. He can wake back other day. He decides, say, he dey send go arrest person. Especially the activists, them where can talk, but we will say, for example, like then we get like then Sylvia Olayinka Blyden type of person. He can send almost in bodyguard them. So when I go arrest so and so person, then they go arrest them. So when I go lock her up, then they go lock her up. How number you want? You want for me to lock you up 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. I feel that's why they run Guinea. I feel like that's why they run Guinea. And you see, this is not because not a democracy the Guinea. Waiting the Guinea na military junta with military powers. Now in the Guinea. So the money they run the country in one grain. How we feel for run the country? No democratic freedoms. How you feel for run Guinea? That's why they run Guinea. But you see, in Sierra Leone, we suppose for the under a democracy. We not forever the under a situation where we forget one person. Like how the Guinea head of state they behave right now. In one grain they take decisions. How you feel? That's why they take the decisions. Sierra Leone right now we're in a democracy. So we're not supposed to go yonder. We don't do yonder long before. When we get military government them. When we don't fight, we don't struggle, we don't strive. Till we don't install democracy. And this democracy will install. The constitution give we freedoms as citizens. We get freedoms. You get freedoms, you get rights. You get the right for them at your house. Like I sit down at my house so. Nobody not for come meet me at my house can kidnap me, can me go. Nobody. Like I didn't me also. Nobody know for just scan me out to say this also why use them for so and so purpose. Come out there with the commandeer the house, why use them? Because like a Guinea right now, if the head of state where they want commandeer anything, they commandeer right. Now you also they pull you commander now military rule, military powers, military junta. But with constitution, it make it clear. Say one, no authority, not for abusing powers and take advantage by citizens. 2, it states all the rights where citizens get. as a citizen of Sierra Leone or as a resident of Sierra Leone. But my people, now I want to know for listen keenly that the fearful side they reach so. Fearful side. Very fearful thing where one can be in this country. Now listen, oh. The same constitution will give them powers there, then freedoms, then rights. We say whosoever they in authority, enough for abuse in rights. That same constitution, they say, under certain circumstances, even though we're in a democracy, under certain circumstances, the person when the president, he can turn himself to a junta, military kind of extraordinary powers, like a waiting in Guinea. The Sierra Leone Constitution say the person when the president of Sierra Leone, under certain circumstances, he get power for turning himself like how then the head of state in Guinea they behave. This with constitution, it say under certain circumstances, the president get power for not tell you the kind thing them where the president get power for do. One, under certain circumstances, he get power for send for arrest anybody in the country, whether you're a member of parliament, whether you're a judge, whosoever you are, the president get the power without giving any explanation for go pick you up and go lock you up for up to 90 days. Nobody know they ask a question. He can go lock you up. You get that power there under certain circumstances. He get the power back for restrict your movement, for lock you up inside your own house, sometimes put you there in one place, or pull you one side, carry one other side, lock you there, keep you there. Get that power there under certain circumstances. The president also get power for deport anybody from Sierra Leone, when not a Sierra Leone citizen. He get the power for deport you out of the country without any explanation. The president, under certain circumstances, in one grain, he get the power for acquire any property where he wants in the name of the government of Sierra Leone. So you go get the property. If you say you want to acquire them, you get the power by force, military force, for take that property there. Only property we're not able to take now land, actual land. But any other property, whether na motoka or whether na also, any property where you get, the president in one grain, pay attention here, oh, the president in one grain get the power for go seize you motoka, you ship, you boat, you any property where you get, you rest safe, you get in a store, you get power for going to that store, he broke the store, he pull you rest, he do what you want for do with you rest, under certain circumstances. The president also get the power, and here, when I listen to the kind danger powers, in one grain, get the power for amend any law in Sierra Leone, for change any law in Sierra Leone. The president, in one grain, get that power there under certain circumstances. The only thing where he not able to change is the constitution. But any other law, including the Anti-Corruption Commission law, it can scrap them. It says no more Anti-Corruption Commission law for these circumstances. Procurement, because right now, even though you're not president, certain procurement day, you get for follow certain procurement laws. But under certain circumstances, the president, in one grain, get power for scrap the procurement laws and buy any kind of way he wants, under any circumstances where he wants, and do whatever he wants. Nobody not able to question him. Under certain circumstances, the president, in one grain, he get the power, in one grain, for create brand new punishments in this country. For things if we not some in crime before, if they say, well, this is not crime now, and this is not the new punishment. So, for example, He can say don't create a new punishment for somebody when a woman, but the woman not tying head. He don't decide now, say all the woman for tie the head in a salon. You woman will not tie your head. And they begin give you 1 dozen cuts, 1 dozen strokes, 1 dozen whip na you buttocks because you not tie your head. You get a power there under certain circumstances. So now they follow me, eh? Now they see the kind of powers. 1 grain man or in 1 grain as president. That power then in 1 grain get them under certain circumstances. Under certain circumstances, in 1 grain king canal, if they change punishment. For example, if they may say the punishment for what you cause mommy cause, the punishment you go jail for 1 month. In king canal, we say no, as from now, anybody cause mommy cause, the punishment na 10 years jail. Under certain circumstances. Under certain circumstances, he can decide in 1 grain, can just grab no more. He say that toll gate money where then they pay. When now then they pay 10 leone, not to 10 leone again. As from now, toll gate na 100 leones, and by force na 100 leone they be. Under certain circumstances. The president can get them powers there, yeah. Under certain circumstances. But what in na the circumstance ya way at the tell you now? Well, 1 grain man, 1 grain man. Because now the president, the constitution say, under certain circumstances, in 1 grain, can change any law in the country, can prescribe any law in the country, can kidnap and can detain anybody, can lock anybody up, can create new laws, can scrap the laws. What's in this circumstance? Me people, this is the circumstance we then call state of emergency. State of emergency. Under state of emergency, the constitution, they take the entire authority of the state, the laws, the powers, everything, and he put them upon 1 grain person when are the president. Nobody else. The president. The constitution say, when they proclaim a state of emergency and parliament approve that state of emergency, automatically, from the moment the parliament don't approve that state of emergency, the president enjoys extraordinary powers where they turn him to a military junta ruler. I repeat, una listen to me carefully this night. From the moment parliament approves a state of emergency proclamation, the president in 1 grain automatically gets extraordinary powers where they make it go do anything he want for doing in this country, except for 1 thing. And 1 thing no more not able to do. For kill mortar man. But any other thing the president want for do, the constitution give that power there under a state of emergency. So many people then, how this state of emergency they come about? Where 1 grain mortal man, the constitution, give him this kind of power over every other citizen. In 1 grain now become the law of the land. In 1 grain can scrap all the laws, create new laws. In 1 grain, get that power there. Just like how Mamadi Doumbouya they next door now. In 1 grain, get such tremendous powers. Now so, if a state of emergency go through the successful route in Sierra Leone, the current president, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, go get tremendous powers inside this country for do all them things they were telling us so now. Una they call it, eh? Yes, not true. So the question we will for ask ourselves, how come nobody Now this country, not they raise alarm about them tea hour they talk. That Sylvia, Olayinka, Blyden, I one grain they talk. What's going on? How come? Where is the opposition? Where is the APC? Where is the APC members of parliament? Where is the APC leadership? How come not only Dr. Sylvia Olayinka Blyden, they alarm this alarm over 1 week now? Why they alarm? State of emergency, danger, danger, danger. One man, they can't get powers. Nobody else know they talk. How come? What is going on? Before that, then keep on the distract now to tripartite committee, where then they quietly they organize for handover tremendous extraordinary military powers to His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio. How come nobody know they talking at this country past Sylvia Olayinka Blyden? How come Dr. Samura Kamara no they talk am? All the lawyers they working on Twitter, they know they tweet. All we APC members of parliament, yeng. Now Sylvia Olayinka Blyden, no more the alarm. Hey, 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 danger, danger, danger. Something's going on, danger, danger. We just keep on hearing tripartite committee. But the implications of the state of emergency, where the president wants for make we give them powers, then yeah. Under the guys say, he wants the powers for fet kush. Now they listen, eh? Now they follow, eh? Now they see the danger, eh? I mean, one grain they talk. Everybody else they talk about tripartite committee. Even this evening time, I just seen on social media. State House, they write a letter on tripartite committee to Dr. Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara. Say for me, then go discuss tripartite committee. They're starting on social media, and I go look for them. The question you ask yourself is, first of all, who is Dr. Samura Kamara in the APC right now for President Julius Maada Bio for the right to a letter? Because when you want to write to the APC now, you don't write to Dr. Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara. You write to the current head of the APC, or you write to the Secretary General of the APC. So, the question is, why is the President's office writing to Samura Kamara 2 days ago about tripartite committee? Dr. Samura Kamara is no longer the APC leader. We have a head of the APC. You see, me people, the latter one are waiting to go now. There are moves to give President Julius Maada Bio extraordinary powers. And worst of all, they want to give him these powers for 12 months. Till next year, April. He will get the power for do all the things they want to read out so to now. Change any law, amend any law, lock anybody up, change any punishment, do anything he factually want for doing at the country under a state of emergency. But nobody knows they talk about this. Now, how the state of emergency they come about? It get 3 stages. And the people that will write the constitution, they know say na a very dangerous thing, state of emergency. It's so dangerous that now only under extreme circumstances you they proclaim a state of emergency. Because imagine all the kind of power I don't read tell you now. Say the sitting president will get. You just imagine. Say you just go give one great man then kind of power than they. But yes, there are circumstances under which the country they under real emergency where you just get forgive the power to one great man for take control. For example, war, civil war, When the whole place don't turn about, rebel long kind inside tongue, run they all over the place. You forget one person we go able for take decisions on behalf of the country. And that person there for be somebody when at the head of state, where you go able for take strategic decisions. But the people that will write the constitution, they make sure say they state and clearly. Say the maximum period by which a state of emergency for last na 12 months. Maximum na 12 months. So, the situation bad off te most states of emergency then go proclaim them something for 7 days, something for 2 weeks, something for 1 month, something for 6 weeks maximum. But most situations not the bad of te you get for proclaim for 12 months. Because imagine you go give one great man, right now the current president, His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio. Imagine that they go give President Julius Maada Bio the power for sit down how he wake in the morning, like how Mamadi Doumbouya did in Guinea. How he wake in the morning, he wake now like how they talk so. He wake tomorrow morning. He say how that Sylvia talk so I not like her, I go arrest her. He get the power under state of emergency for arrest anybody as president. He get the power for wake tomorrow morning. Say I don't change the law. As from now, anybody talk bad about Julius Maada Bio, the new law with the put in a cotton tree will give you 2 dozen that you waste. That the new law that one day. He get that power day. Now in a state of emergency. So that kind of tremendous power, you don't joke with them. You know they give person for up to 12 months unless na real dangerous situation. Like they give person up to 12 months. You go give, just say for example, this Kush, where they say, now in them one proclaim state of emergency for. You go give state of emergency for Kush for something 1 month. Why you want state of emergency for Kush? Because you want to go broke all them ghetto. And under normal circumstance for broken inside, you go first in a court. The law say you got for go get paper, you got for get bailiff, you got for this, you got for that. But you want for broke then ghetto them all. And you want to do it fast. Because now when you broke the ghetto, you dey break the chain of supply of Kush. Or you don't know now say this warehouse, now you so they can keep the Kush. You know how we stem for say you want to go first in a court, for go get arrest warrant, for go get search warrant. You just want to go quick. Now the warehouse, bulldoze go inside, pull all the Kush where they did. Because these are drastic measures where you want for break the supply chain. So something for 2 weeks state of emergency. Or something up to 1 month state of emergency. So then go and scatter all sideways possible Kush day. You go and scatter all the cartels. You scatter all the chain of supplies. So you don't need more than 1 month for that. So your state of emergency, you go proclaim them, where they get them tremendous powers there for something 2 weeks or something 1 month. You don't go proclaim them for 12 months. 12 months for Fet Kush. You go get such tremendous powers. State of emergency not to pick in play. Oh. And let's show now why not to pick in play. Let's show now why not to pick in play. The people them will write the constitution. They make it so difficult for make a state of emergency be approved by parliament. They make it so difficult for a state of emergency for be approved by parliament. The constitution make them very difficult. Because what they do, the constitution no say, these are tremendous powers that we are going to give to one man. The people that will draft the constitution, the likes of Dr. Bubuake Jabi, the likes of Dr. Abdoulaye Conte, the likes of the late Peter Tucker, the likes of the late of blessed memory, His Excellency Major General Dr. Joseph Saidu Momo. These are the people who drafted that constitution. They make sure say, them put her inside there for make them very difficult for make parliament approve a state of emergency. Who say serious members of parliament there? Who say serious members of parliament there? we care for them people. We not go want to make them abuse authority against them people. We will get serious members of parliament who are not betrayers, members of parliament who are not treacherous people, members of parliament who love their people and know the importance of protecting the rights of their people. This constitution was drafted for those type of members of parliament for protect them people. So how then draft this constitution? The constitution say, when circumstances calm, Arunj Zubairu abeg, when we talk about constitution, I will write them. I know about constitution, not interrupt. Please keep quiet, learn, and keep yourself quiet. I know they discuss tribal issues or anything. Just keep yourself quiet, yeah? Learn today. I come for can teach. I not come for can listen you. Wait and say, if you're my cousin, now I make special address to you. Keep yourself quiet, sit down and learn. All right? Now, when the drafters of the constitution realize the seriousness of the powers where a sitting president can get under a state of emergency, then make them that whilst any other law, you just need the majority for pass them. That is half of the parliament vote, the majority, then pass them. But for state of emergency, they make sure say, then draft them in such a manner that for make it pass na parliament, you need not 50%, not simple majority, but you need what they call a super majority, which is 2/3 of the members of parliament. 2/3 of the members of parliament for vote, then for count them vote, and confirm say them vote. 2/3 of the existing members of parliament, not to 2/3 of Udago parliament that they do. 2/3 of the existing members of parliament for vote yes, with they give such powers to whosoever is the president right now. So after the president don't make the proclamation, that proclamation they last for 7 days only. And inside that 7 days day, if we're able to get 2/3 of the parliament for agree say, yes, then can power ya, let we give him to this man when our president. Or if God make in the future we get a woman when a president, whosoever na the parliamentarian go say, let we give this woman them powers ya for do so and so things them as he wish. So many people right now, this parliament will day, we get 149 members of parliament. So 2/3 of 149 members of parliament, now over 99 members of parliament. Over 99 members of parliament for vote, for endorse, for give the current president state of emergency powers. If over 2/3 of them no vote, the president cannot enjoy those powers. So this now how the people that will draft the constitution, this now how them don't see far for protect this land. For protect this land from any president we go want for absorb state of emergency powers for himself, for can abuse such powers to in your benefit, for in yourself. They ensure say if he not get 2/3 of the members of parliament for endorse him, if he not get 2/3 of the members of parliament for endorse him, he cannot enjoy state of emergency powers. He cannot enjoy state of emergency powers. unless it gets 2/3. And 2/3 now over 99 members of parliament. For further protect the citizens of this great country from any president we go on for abuse state of emergency powers, we get what we call the standing orders of parliament. The standing orders of parliament. Then get what they call standing order number 44-4. SO 44-4. It states clearly, say for any other thing una want vote in parliament, una can go vote ayes, the ayes have it. Nays, the nays have it. It said, but when it comes on state of emergency voting, we get for count one after the other. The member of parliament, they vote one after the other. Then when they vote done, then count them. Then make sure say they get 2/3 before the president can enjoy such state of emergency powers. The one they write the constitution, they're not follow. They wanted to protect us, the citizens. They want to protect us, the citizens. So they make sure say, the president not just the grab and proclaim, oh, I proclaim a state of emergency, and automatically be. No way. Not with those type of powers. No way. It is then the duty of the members of parliament who are not treacherous, who are not traitors, who are not betrayers, but they come to the register. Today they expose, they scatter everything. Let the citizens then know the kind of members of parliament that they have. So the constitution say, if the president wants state of emergency powers, parliament now can regulate the amount of time where they go give the state of emergency powers. But the maximum where parliament go give na 12 months. But it can be shorter than 12 months. So it can be 1 week, it can be 2 weeks, it can be 3 months maximum. Oh, so you want fetch push, you want go broke all then ghetto, you need those powers. You don't need 12 months. Because 12 months is too long to give powers like those to one man. It's too long. So, the constitution steps then clear. First, president proclaim them. The second, if for publish them. Now, what they call the Gazette. That's not like the government, their own news, where they can publish for citizens. So, the second thing if for do, if for publish them. Then after I publish it now, within 7 days of publishing them, the members of parliament for vote. And 2/3 of them for vote yes. If 2/3 of them not vote yes, the president can never enjoy those state of emergency powers. Never. He can never enjoy those state of emergency powers. But my people, what don't happen at Sierra Leone? What happen at Sierra Leone then this year? Now here we see what in because me as far as I'm concerned, there is no state of emergency in Sierra Leone. There is no state of emergency in Sierra Leone because the constitution is clear on how they vote to approve a state of emergency. So there is no state of emergency in Sierra Leone. But I see something will happen at parliament then this year. And I just wait for see if parliament really want to tell we say, then give 12 months state of emergency to President Julius Maada Bio. I want to see. Because the law, the constitution, the standing orders, they're so clear. You they count them one after the other. Then they vote one after the other. And secondly, you get for make sure say the number of people them for be more than 99 will vote yes. So let's say for example, the number of people that will turn up in the parliament on the day where them for purportedly pass state of emergency. Let me say the number will turn up 80 members of parliament turn up. Not just say 80. Until we need more than 99. But Lord say 80 turn up. Waiting that they mean me people is that automatically, if only 80 members of parliament were in that chamber on that day, automatically there is no more state of emergency. Because you did not even have 99 members of parliament there to vote. You only had 80. Let alone how that parliament mean that day. That scenario where me see. That shenanigans where me see. Because that shenanigans. I see. You have to have a minimum of 99 to 100 members of parliament present in the vote count, in the records of attendance, before you go say you talk about state of emergency. Because the constitution, unless you want to be a traitor against the constitution, if you the claim, say now you are the presiding speaker of parliament that day, and you claim, say you pass a state of emergency on the people of this country, make me assure you, Mr. Speaker, that you don't commit treason. And one day, the people of Sierra Leone will charge you for treason. Trust me. You don't commit treason if you attempt for, say, you don't pass state of emergency, where you not count the attendance that day is more than 99 members of parliament. Then secondly, you don't make them vote, and we count them vote one by one, and we get at least 99 members of parliament. You have committed treason, and we will charge you one day for treason. If you mistake for talk, say you don't pass a state of emergency, you take a certificate of state of emergency, we go contrary to the dictates of the Constitution of Sierra Leone, you have committed treason, and we will go after you one day for treason. You cannot give those tremendous powers to President Julius Maada Bio, contrary to the way the Sierra Leone Constitution said. On a busy now, they distract with people them with tripartite committee. It's deliberate. You want to take their attention away from the attempt to give extraordinary military powers to President Julius Maada Bio in this country for 12 months. Some of us will raise the alarm, and some of us will let you know that we will raise the alarm loud and clear, far and wide. The Constitution of Sierra Leone is sacrosanct. If you want to approve a state of emergency, you need 2/3 of the existing members of parliament to vote yes. You do not need to sit in your presiding seat and shout, anybody eh? They have eh. Anybody nay? Nobody nay. No. That's not how you pass a state of emergency. The laws of the land are clear. A state of emergency can only be proclaimed and approved when 2/3 of the members of parliament vote yes. So many people, then waiting don't happen at this country now. Let's tell you now. Then busy they divert on our attention with tripartite committee. Every opportunity, tripartite committee. But in the process, then they weaponize for give extraordinary powers to the president of Sierra Leone for able to go after anybody, change any law, and do what he wants. This is what they are doing right now in Sierra Leone. And the most unfortunate side, you see, in a democracy, it functions when the opposition functions. Una see what they tell una so? I call the leader of the APC in the parliament, Honorable Abdul Kagbo. And I warn him, and I tell him, before they attempt to do this thing what they call a purported state of emergency. He's saying that Nigeria, they would honest by Kuruma them and Nigeria. saying they're in Nigeria. But I discussed with them. I said, yes, you're in Nigeria, but you were able to discuss with your members of parliament. This cannot happen. If we want to fight Kush, yes, but not for 12 months. We can give the president 4 weeks state of emergency. Forget the power for him to go broke then get to stop the supply chain, and then let the other laws, the drug laws, acts now kick in. But we cannot give the president 12 months state of emergency. I have been a victim of an abuse of authority under the state of emergency 4 years ago in this country. And these same APC members of parliament, they could not speak for me. They could not say a word for me in parliament after they had passed an approval of the proclamation of state of emergency for coronavirus. So the coronavirus state of emergency was abused to come to my house, to arrest me and lock me up on trumped-up charges, contrary to law. And the APC members of parliament, including the current leadership of the APC members of parliament, they were in the last parliament. They could not lift a finger to defend me in that parliament. They betrayed me. They were treacherous. They betrayed me. They could not speak for me. And now I'm talking to them and saying to them, are you ready to get another person to become a victim? Because you saw I was a victim 4 years ago. Are you going to empower President Julius Maada Bio again with state of emergency powers for 1 year? And I spoke to Honorable Abdul Kagbo, and he promised me that that would not happen, that they would shorten the time. I also spoke to his deputy who was in Sierra Leone, because Abdul Kagbo was in Nigeria with Ernest Bai Koroma in Nigeria. But the deputy was here, Honorable Daniel Koroma. I spoke to Honorable Daniel Koroma several times on these issues, on the importance of ensuring that we protect the citizens of Sierra Leone, especially us in the political realm, from the abuse of authority that comes with a state of emergency. And yet, we saw this charade happen in that parliament, where a purported state of emergency was proclaimed and passed without a hard count of votes under Daniel Koroma as the acting leader of the APC in parliament. So instead of working in that parliament to protect these, your citizens, from being subjected to abuse of authority, you went to that parliament and you betrayed us, the citizens, in that parliament. It's a betrayal. Our constitution is very clear. The process by which members of parliament endorse and approve state of emergency, it never happened that day. And I dare you, oh, I dare you, APC members of parliament, to dare to say that we are under a state of emergency. And to the APC leadership, the National Secretary General of the APC, he's a brilliant lawyer, Lansana Doumbouya Esquire. I engaged him thoroughly on these issues. And he promised me that the APC would issue a press release to ensure that the state, that the position of the APC is that we don't want 12 months. It's too risky to give 12 months state of emergency powers. Lansana Doumbouya promised me that they would issue out a press statement, a public statement on the position of the APC. And that statement was only issued during the proceedings of the purported passing of the state of emergency in parliament. So I'm waiting to see if we are going to be in this country and watch these APC members of parliament and the National Secretary General of the APC, Lansana Doumbouya, who knows, I engaged all of them, especially the legal minds, those that I have respect for, because there are some of these are legal minds. I don't waste time with them. They are so compromised. They pretend they're out there, and they pretend so now, and they fool now, but they are so compromised. So I don't waste time with some of them. But for any APC member of parliament, for tell we say they don't pass state of emergency when nobody not vote one by one according to how the laws say una for vote. They will count una vote. APC members of parliament, una go get we hot. If una really get that mind day, una really get that mind day for say una they can give state of emergency powers to President Julius Maada Bio for 12 months. For able for change any law na saloon, amend any law, arrest anybody, detain anybody, change punishment, prescribe punishment, seize property, acquire forceful acquirement. APC members of parliament, una go get we differently, trust me. You would see a different force within the APC they rise for una. And trust me, some of una feel to say una comfortable because some of you are the blue-eyed boys or blue-eyed guys of those who gave you symbols. But trust me, the citizens of the APC, the members of the APC, the citizens of Sierra Leone, they are not fools. They are not fools. You cannot connive to give 12 months state of emergency without going through the due process of voting one after the other. You cannot connive. You cannot lose your integrity and act in such a treacherous manner. That's a traitor. And worst of all, it's an act of treason. It is treason from whosoever was the speaker that day, down to the last member of parliament who purported that a state of emergency has been approved without voting and getting 2/3 of the members of parliament to vote and be counted. It means you are going against the constitution. And there's a remedy for when people go against the constitution. It's called a remedy for treason. And you will be held responsible for treason. Each and every one of you who purported to pass that state of emergency powers. Me people them, I don't talk boko this night. I don't alert una about the powers when they purport say they want to forgive the president under the guise of fighting Kush. But before I end tonight, I want to talk to una at the SLPP. Because now una back again, una need for be addressed. Yes. A lot of people then can say, oh, Sylvia, all day, like yesterday. There was this story that went wild, viral, all over social media. About the president's nephew, they don't catch him in Liberia with drugs. The Liberians, they don't arrest him with drugs. So, well, I have a very good relationship with many people in Liberia. And I called in Liberia to confirm, to check. And I was connected with the man where they allege say, then quote, will say, he arrest the president in nephew. The man has tremendous respect for me because of who I am. And so he granted me an exclusive interview. And he debunked everything. He denied all. He said, all a lie. They not arrest no nephew of President Maada Bio. The other talk with them talk say a senator go meet him. He said a lie. No senator no go meet him for say for release Maada Bio nephew. And he not even know say anybody then had in custody seven and Maada Bio nephew. So he actually called the people that were then detained, interviewed them back, and none of them no found to President Maada Bio. So I come out and I correct the story in social media for people then for not saying a lie. Now what happened? A lot of people then reach out to me and say, Sylvia, why you they can't fight for Maada Bio? Why you they can't defend Maada Bio? You not go left the man even they handle the man with propaganda. Left me then they handle him. And the answer where I give to them is, I know the fight for Maada Bio. I the fight for the president of Sierra Leone. There is a difference. I repeat, I know the fight for Maada Bio. I the fight for His Excellency, the President of Sierra Leone. Because when una sidonde They feel say na cheap propaganda for just come and talk, say the president in one of family, they all depend drugs. They all depend drugs. All the president in family, niece, nephew, drugs. What you don't understand say they happen? When they damage the country in image. Because if the president in family are drugs dealers, what does that say about the country? So when they fight and defend some of them things there, it not mean saying that the president as a person are the fight for. At the office of the president, now they clean up. Because I want to go sit down there one day. I want to find there, go and make when me say they as president by the grace of God. I not go and make them begin lie on my family say then they pan drugs. Just because somebody want to play politics. So I dey fight for the president now because he's the president of Sierra Leone. So that brings me to what I want to talk to now the SLPP them. When I see what they fight for the president right now, or work in defend on a government because it's a SLPP-led government, and they do them because that's the correct thing for do. I know they do them becoming an SLPP. I will never be SLPP. I am APC to the bone. You cut me throat today, waiting the commodity na APC. Me not to SLPP. But I am a patriot. And waiting correct for this country, I will say it. And may the heavens be damned. May the heavens fall down. I will say it. President Madabio, not one day in my life, one day in my grave at Timapso, to me better than this politics what they defend. One day, not one day, count money, say when I go give that woman this money. One day, 1 cent not cross between me and President Madabio. One day. What I do is out of principles. What I do is because it is the correct thing to do. As a leader, I have been a leader for over 30 years. Leadership comes with integrity. Waiting at they do, when make they get so much bad name, people and they say, oh, this SLPP don't pay them, SLPP don't buy them, SLPP don't get money. No. I do it because I'm a leader. So I want to talk to una the SLPP today. If I can defend una leader when I will president, if I can defend una government when I will government, to the extent that I do, it is because I have integrity. Una self na the SLPP. Una rise up and get integrity. And tell una SLPP leaders, say when the law says a state of emergency can only be a state of emergency when 2/3 of the members of parliament vote, have the integrity to ensure that 2/3 of the members of parliament vote before you can issue a statement or a certificate that this land is under a state of emergency. SLPP, for God's sake, some of una for able get integrity for God's sake. Una team up with integrity for God's sake and save this country's democracy. We are not under a state of emergency because we did not have 2/3 of members of parliament voting and being counted as voting. It never happened. Those powers that you think you want to unconstitutionally give to President Julius Madabio are powers that are not deserved under the Constitution. If you want him to get state of emergency powers, where he can do whatever he wants, and you know me people them, the language, not the Constitution. When it comes on state of emergency, the powers where the president gets, the powers where the president gets under a state of emergency, let me read it out for you. It said the president can take any measure or make any regulation as it appears to him to be necessary or expedient. Let me repeat again. The Constitution says under a state of emergency, the president gets tremendous powers for take measures or make regulations as it appears to him to be necessary or expedient. So now in one grain, how he appear to in one grain. In order for ask nobody how he appear to in one grain. Is how he takes the measures or he makes the regulations. How it appears to him alone. That's too much powers for one man. That's too much powers for one man. For 12 months. SLPP. The APC, they've betrayed us. But until I don't talk to them this night, and talking not only to them, but even to their members in their constituencies, in their districts. Trust me, members of parliament of the APC, we will come after you. We will come after you. Una busy, they distract people then with tripartite committee. Whilst una they empower President Julius Maada Bio with state of emergency powers. Without going through the due process, we will come after you, APC members of parliament. Mark my words, we will come after you. I see after I do the last broadcast, when I don't put press statement, finally, because I don't tell people then say, before now they discuss the real issues, when I just they go and discuss tripartite committee, as soon as I put press statement now say you will start discussing the real issues, you will start having press conferences. Congratulations! That is what should happen. I'm happy that you're planning that. But I will be even happier, and our people will be even happier if you do not follow this unconstitutional means of giving state of emergency powers to President Julius Maada Bio to go after us. Because I speak here as a victim of President Julius Maada Bio's regime. They came after me, they molested me, they harassed me. But because I'm a leader and I am blessed, I'm not going to malice. And honestly, SierraLeoneans have leadership like me kind of what they look for. Because what happened to me, most ordinary mortals would never forgive it. But because I'm a leader, I can forgive, move on, and even reach out and defend those who molested me. Because I'm a leader. I'm not going to malice in my bones. What I say is what is correct for Sierra Leone. I hope and I pray tonight that the SLPP, there would be men and women amongst you who would stand up, just like I am standing up now, and say to the parliament, and say to the president, that if you want a state of emergency, you have to follow the constitution and get over 99 members of parliament, which is 2/3 of the members of parliament, to vote that they agree with you. If they do not vote, SLPP members of parliament, SLPP stalwarts, SLPP members, stand tall and tell your leader, His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio, that that is not the way to get state of emergency power. Stand tall. You can do it. You come from great stock. You come from great leadership. The SLPP had great leaders. You can stand tall and tell the current leader that the constitution has to be followed. If the APC members of parliament have let the APC down, it is now up to you, the SLPP. SLPP stalwarts, stand tall and tell your leaders that this is not the way to give extraordinary powers to the sitting president. Me people them, are they round up inside Creole? Do you hear me people them? They want give President Julius Maada Bio power like a soldier man, like how soldier man can run country. When I one grain just a grab, I wake na money no more. It's on I go lock that person, I go arrest him, I go lock him. Boop, then you go arrest the person and go lock him. He say, okay, that law where them say so and so law. Okay, with the change and now no more law like this. Like how soldier government they behave. Now they want do me people them. They want give President Julius Maada Bio soldier man power. Let can run the country like a soldier man. Now in a state of emergency. Then once then they do then busy they divert to attention, tripartite committee, but then they give power to President Julius Maada Bio for turn to soldier government. Me people them, una want turn Salone back to soldier government? No. If we don't want turn Salone to soldier government, let we make sure say we stand tall and tell them say we want for fet kush, but we not give 12-month state of emergency power to President Julius Maada Bio for fet kush. On that note, me people them, I go end this broadcast. And I pray to God Almighty that the message today, the bombshell the word on him so today, it go resonate. And people them go stand tall. Whether you be APC, whether you be SLPP, you go stand tall and do what in the Sierra Leone Constitution say. Let God bless we all. Amen.